and welcome back to the channel. Today is the big day. We are moving off to Ireland to our new homestead. So come and join us on our travel to Ireland and see what we get up to. So see you guys in a bit. Morning guys, we've finally made it to Ireland, to the homestead. I apologise that I didn't do much recording yesterday on the travelling getting here because we was having a little bit of a nightmare getting here. Now the boat that we was due to get on Holyhead at 10 o'clock in the morning was cancelled. For what reasons we don't know, so we had to get the later boat, which was at 1:15. Which meant getting to the homestead quite late. So I had to give the estate agents a call about collecting the keys because we weren't going to make it in time to the agents to collect the keys because they closed at 5:30. The boat actually got to Dublin at 5 o'clock. Phoned the agents up to said that we weren't going to be able to get there in time to get the keys. They said not a problem. What they'll do is they'll leave the keys at the Eurospar shop across the road, which I found very bizarre. So we went there first to go and get the keys, which they did have them, and then we come to the homestead. Now we had a bit of trouble getting on the land last night because it was quite a bit of rain last night and it ended up a bit slippery. And the reason why we're slipping quite a bit in the motorhome at the moment is because the motorhome is really overloaded because I've filled it up with tools and everything. So there you go guys, look, it's a little bit muddy there. And oh yeah, by the way, that's our new neighbours. So the plan is this morning to get the motorhome unloaded with all the weight and put it inside the house. But before I can put it in the house, I'm going to have to clear us a pathway to get to the house because it's really overgrown from last time I was here when I come to do the viewing. So we're going to have to do a little bit of clearing to get to it. We've got bramble bushes and rose bushes that have grown up right across where the front door is. So I'll just take you down here now so you can have a look. So here you go guys, as you can see it's pretty overgrown down here now. The front door is just down there, so I'm going to have to clear us a path to be able to get to it so I can get all the stuff in. So that's going to be my job this morning, is to clear this a bit so we can get into the house and unload the motorhome with all the tools and everything to make it a little bit lighter, so we can get the motorhome onto the property. Now the ground is pretty solid up here just as you come in from the gate, so I'm not worried about it getting stuck or anything. So that's not going to be a problem at all, I don't think, because we're not going to bring it all the way down, we're just going to bring it just inside the gate. So that'll be quite good, just to leave it up here for now. Eventually we will get some sort of hard standing put in, because I can imagine if it gets too wet in here it might start getting a bit boggy, especially with driving in it all the time. So that's going to be my plan this morning. I would set up the camera and film me doing a few bits of doing the clearing and moving the motorhome in, but my tripod is somewhere inside the motorhome. So what I'm going to do is catch up with you guys once I've cleared that lot down there and got the motorhome in place. So catch you guys in a minute. Right, okay everyone, so I've now cut a pathway through the grass and through the brambles to get to the house. I have also unloaded the motorhome now, so that's a lot lighter. So let me just go ahead and show you what I've done so far. So as you can see here, I've cut the grass down a bit with the strimmer to make a pathway through. What we do is we walk up here towards the house. So there we go, I've cut a pathway through to get to the house now, and I found a concrete slab and some steps to go down, which was buried under all the grass and brambles. So that's now all cut through. So what I've also got to do today now is cut the rest of this bramble down so I can get down to the side of the house, so I can get to do the work that I need to do on the roof. What I need to do on the roof is, over in the far corner there we got ivy growing up the side and around the chimney. I need to take that off. I need to clear all this moss off the roof as well, and then I need to treat the roof with some special paint that I've got, because we're going to be doing rainwater harvesting. I've ordered the IBCs from a website here in Ireland. They're coming in 5 days time, so I really need to get that done. And I also need to go ahead and order some guttering and some fascia boards, because the fascia's pretty rotten and the guttering has completely had it. So I need to go ahead and buy some guttering as well, so I need to measure that up today. We just head up back towards the motorhome and I'll show you what else I really want to get a start on and get moving on today. And also guys, if any of you know anywhere in the Roscommon area that we can buy a car, we don't want to spend an absolute fortune. We're looking at an SUV to buy. Roughly the max we want to pay really is about 15,000 euros. So if you know of anyone selling a car in Roscommon, just let us know. So right, my plan also today is to finish off clearing all this grass on this side, to go sort of up to this sort of area around here, just before this slowberry bush. And I need to put some sort of hardcore down to get the motorhome up on here, because at the moment we're parked outside the gate on the road, which isn't ideal. So we just want to bring it onto the land, and then when we've got a car we can just go out in the car. So what I'm going to try and use for hardcore to put down as a temporary basis at the moment is over in the corner over there, just over there, which I'll take you over there and show you, is an outbuilding that's completely had it. I was thinking about restoring it, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm just going to knock it down and use the stone for it to put a hard surface down to put the motorhome on for now. So there's the stone building there. So I'm just going to knock that down and use the stones to put a hard surface down as a temporary situation, and then what we'll do with the stone after is we'll make some sort of rockeries and things like that, because we might need some to do a little bit of repair work on the house. I hope not, but that's something we're going to have to look into, because we are talking about taking all this render off and just have the stone on show. So we'll see. One of the reasons why I want to do it as well is we got a bit of cracking going on here in the corner, as you can see, yeah, which concerns me a little bit. I think this end of the cottage is an extension, so as you can see here, we got a little bit of cracking going on here. Now I don't know if it's just the masonry that's gone or if the lintel needs changing, so that's something else I'm going to have a look at. But guys, yeah, as you can see, the guttering has completely had it up here. Look. Yeah, so I need to get that sort of done ASAP really. And as you can see, getting down the side of the house at the moment with all this bramble as well is going to be a bit of a problem. So that's going to be some of my missions today, is to get that cleared, get the grass cleared up the other end by the motorhome, and possibly some of it down here, so I can get to this outbuilding to be able to get the stone up there to make a bit of a hard standing. So that'll be my job today. And you'll also be pleased to know I managed to find my tripods, so I will set the camera up and film it today. So I'll set you up on a time lapse, so catch you guys in a bit. Okay, so I just went up on the roof because I've noticed there's a roof tile missing. So I just put my ladders up there and I found the roof tile sitting on top of the porch. It's intact, there's nothing wrong with it, so I'm just going to put that back in place. And as I picked up the roof tile, I found this, a horseshoe. So we're going to clean that up and keep that. So let's get on with the rest of this strimming now, and hopefully we have a bit more luck today. Okay, so I've cleared an area now for the motorhome to go on. So let's just have a look at that. So there you go. I've trimmed down there where we want to put the motorhome now. So my next job is to make a pathway up to where the collapsed outbuilding is, so I can go and nick the stones from it to place down here as a bit of temporary measure, so we can park the motorhome on until we get a proper driveway put in. There's our new neighbours there. So the plan is now for me to cut a pathway straight through here now to just over there where them trees are, because behind them trees is the collapsed outbuilding, which I'm going to be stealing the stonework from to make us a little hard standing for the motorhome. The hard standing we're going to be putting down for the motorhome, like I said, is only going to be a temporary solution until we get a proper driveway put in. So I'm just going to go ahead now and start cutting this. Okay, so I've now got a pathway cut through the centre of the garden leading to that outbuilding. So I'll go ahead and show you what I've done. So that's what I've done so far, guys, of cutting a little pathway through this really overgrown grass. It's very bumpy and full of holes because I think the cows have actually got out and come into the front garden here, because I have seen an area where the fence is down, so the cows have been getting in. So I've just cut it all the way down to this IBC at the moment, down the side of the house. We are going to be changing that IBC that's sitting there because it's had it really, and so is the guttering. So there's the outbuilding that I was talking about. You can't quite see it, I don't think. I'm not going to bother rebuilding that because the back wall in one corner is completely gone. So that's the stone that I'm thinking about using to make my temporary hard surface for the motorhome. I apologise for the noise in the background. Marie's got the generator on doing some hoovering inside the cottage. So once she's cleaned it out a bit, we'll take her in there and have a look around and give you an idea of some of the plans that we're thinking about doing. So my next job, guys, is to get the mulcher on the strimmer and cut all this down so I can get down to the side of the house, because I need to get up onto the roof and sort the roof out with this special paint that I've got, and there's a tile that's slipped that I need to put back as well. So hopefully my IBCs that I've ordered will be here in a couple of days. So I also need to measure up the guttering as well, so I can get that on the go, because the sooner we get the water on the go the better. And we also need to look at getting the electric on the go as well. So I'm just going to go and swap over the blade on the strimmer now, and I'll start cutting down that bramble bush. So I'll see you guys in a sec once we start doing that. Okay, so I've now finished cutting down that bramble bush, and it's really opened up the side of the house. So let me go ahead and show you what I've actually done. There you go, guys. See, taking down that bramble bush has really made a difference. It's opened it up really nicely, and it's letting a bit more light through. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is call it quits for this week's video, and just like to say thanks for watching, and thanks to all my new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. It's free to do so, and please leave some comments as well and hit that like button. It really helps my channel grow, and I really do appreciate all the comments that I get. So thanks again guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.